Hello. Okay. It's going.
Yeah, and you can turn the gain up.
I'll go update the link for the parents. I gotta update something. Well, I can do it right here.
Stage crew! Yeah? You guys lining right here and right there. Just a little more. Right here. There's going to be someone coming to the yes. That's good. He said to sit on this.
right. Welcome. Is everybody here? All right, good. All right, I think do we have all classes here? You think so? Yes. All right, have you guys had fun doing your Veterans Day activities today? All right, I would like to welcome and honor our honored guests, our veterans. Students, can you please give our veterans a warm welcome? Yes. All right, thank you so much for being here. We are really, really honored to have our veterans here today with us. All right, class, we need you on your best quiet behavior. All right, it's time to be quiet now, okay? All right, welcome to our guests. We are here to honor and celebrate Veterans Day. Why do you think we celebrate Veterans Day? We'll just take one.
Because the people who died for us, we honor.
All right, great answer. The people who died for us, we honor. We are welcoming and honoring our veterans who have served in the military. Why do we do this? One of the reasons we do this is, all right now I'm going to go ahead and tell why we do this. So you can take your hands down now, okay? So much of what we have in our lives, what we do in our lives every day, is because of what veterans throughout history have done for us in our country. They have made it possible to live the way we do. Did you know, students, did you know that in some countries it wouldn't even be legal for us to have this assembly? In some of you, it wouldn't even be legal for you to go to school. Our veterans have fought for us to have these freedoms that all of us enjoy every single day, that we don't even understand the magnitude, at your age especially, yet of what they have done for us. So it's a big deal. They have fought for us, they have died for us, and they have made it so that we are free to live the way we want to live and to live our best lives, to come to school every day and to have the kinds of freedoms that allow us to do those things. And so we'd like to honor and welcome our guests today. We have guests here that I believe represent every recent war since Korea. We don't happen to have any World War II vets, do we? I met one Korean war vet, but we have the Korean War, the Vietnam War, Afghanistan, and Iraq. All of these recent wars, and throughout history, our veterans are the ones that have stood up for us that we could enjoy these freedoms. And so we would like to honor them, and now we will turn our program over to our students who have prepared this assembly for you to enjoy. Thank you very much.
Color guard, attention. Will the audience please rise? Color guard, advance.
What does it say? It's in American.
Color guard, post the colors. Color Guard, honor your flag. Will the audience please say the Pledge of Allegiance with me? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Color Guard dismissed. The audience may be seated.
In honor of our veterans, we would like anybody who has served in any of the branches mentioned in these songs to please stand up when their song comes on.
Fire!
I'm sorry, we've had a little bit of a glitch. People on stage, could you please get in formation again? Miss Tiffany's class, could you please get in formation again?
In your beginning spots, we're starting over.
Over there, we will hit the steep track, and the caissons are rolling along. In and out, hear the shout, country march behind our back, and the caissons are rolling along. Then it's high, high, he, and the field artillery shout out their guns loud and strong. Wherever you go, you always know that the caissons are rolling along. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we will fight our country's battles in the air, on land and sea. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marines. Anchors away, my boys, anchors away. They're proud to call it towards me, celebrate the day and it. Our last night on shore, on to the goal. Until we meet once 'cause God we are for you.
On Veterans Day, we honor all who answered to a service call. Soldiers young and soldiers old, fought for freedom, brave and bold. Some have lived while others died, and all of them deserve our pride. We're proud of all the soldiers who kept thinking of red, white, and blue. They fought for us and all our rights. They fought through many days and nights. And though we may not know each name, we thank all veterans just the same.
We haven't forgot the price you paid. You've given us the freedom that we enjoy today. And every day I thank my God for sending those like you who care for the future, the dreams of me and you. The red is for the blood, the blue is for the bruise, the white is for the eyes of me and you. So we lift our hearts today, filled with gratitude and praise for the veterans of the USA. We thank the families who gave you precious gifts. The cause is greater than all your fears. When the flag raised high, our hearts are filled with pride. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, bright blessed day, dark sacred night. And I think to myself, oh, what a wonderful world. Colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying is, I love you. Babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. I think to myself, oh, what a wonderful world.
So that was our wonderful Fox troupe that had made that video. So if you can give them one more round of applause for that one.
We're just gonna raise the curtain just a little bit higher so people in the back can see a little better. But this next slideshow is all of our local friends and family who are servicemen and women. Class. Okay, we need your voices up. Okay, so this next slideshow is of our local veterans and servicemen and women. Some of them you might recognize, so pay attention because some of these faces might look familiar to you.
It's the blue screen. The blue screen? What's the blue screen? What's a blue screen? I have blue headphones. I remember them from the first place.
With a different step and we talk, with a different voice and we love, with a tender heart and we give, with open arms I believe, every step that I take is my freedom, and you can take away my fear. All the temptations give to the world all easy. We cry for heroes we lose in the light, for freedom to choose and lay down, with honor and dignity so fine. Your flag way up high, I believe every step that I take is my freedom, and you can take away my belief. All persecutions give to the world all easy. Love with a tender heart and begin, with open arms I believe, every step that I take is my freedom, and you can take away my freedom. Every step that I take is my freedom, you can take away my freedom. All the pleasant teachers speak to the world. All the
This is my Joshua Wood's grandson. Daddy. Joshua Wood's father. That's my daddy. 2000. This is really good. Major Frank. Art Adams. Nelson. I smell popcorn. That's where it is.
Okay, you have to. Okay, you have to excuse my lack of music on some of those slides. We had a bunch of submissions this morning and last night and the last couple days, and I love that we had those. And so we squeezed them in because we wanted everyone to be recognized and seen. But that was why there was some silence there, but I think it added to the effect. So our last thing that we have, are you all ready, all the kids? They've been waiting to sing a song to all the veterans in attendance today. So they've been practicing in their classes. Okay, so I'd like the students to stay sitting, but those who are veterans, if you would be able to stand, we would love to have you stand. And we have some students coming around to bring you something as well.
If you are a veteran from any branch of the military or from even in our staff, if you could please stand while our children sing, then we would be able to hand down your special gifts. Thank you.
Takes a lot of courage to have to say goodbye, not knowing as you go to war if you will live or die. Many make the sacrifice and try to keep us free. They're doing it for each of us. They're doing it for me. Thank you, military. Our country's proud of you. We are all so grateful for everything you do. And with our flags awakened, we'll proudly stand and say, thank you, military. We honor you today. Takes a lot of courage to have to say goodbye. They worry for your safe return. You're always on their mind. Pray your strength will change this earth, and one day we will see a world that's filled with hope and love, and peace and harmony. Thank you, military. Our country's proud of you. We are all so grateful for everything you do. And with our flags awakened, we'll proudly stand and say, thank you, military. We honor you today. The Army and the Navy, the Air Force and Marines, to our allied forces and those behind the scenes. Let's not forget our Coast Guard, they protect our homeland too. America is grateful, we pay our thanks to you. Thank you, military, our country's proud of you. We are all so grateful for everything you do. And with our flags awakened, we'll proudly stand and say, thank you, military. We honor you. Thank you, military. We honor
No copyright. Welcome you guys.
I'd just like to thank all the students who helped make this day super special, and all the veterans who also helped make this day super special, and all the servicemen and servicewomen. Before we leave, we have a little bit of time. I would like to go around and see if we can have some of our veterans just introduce themselves, maybe say who they're here for, a branch of the military, and then we'll kind of let the students get released to class and recess and things like that. So I'll just pass the mic around to those who are veterans in attendance. Some of you might not need a mic.
Morris Morgan and served as a helicopter pilot in the U.S. Army. And had a lot of fun and did a lot of fun and things in the Army. So all of you young boys and girls that like to go fly helicopters, check out the U.S. Army. I am Colin Wood, father of Liam and Jocelyn Wood. I was in the Air Force, where the cool jets are. But I didn't fly them. I sat at a desk. I was an Arabic linguist, so I learned a different language and used that for intelligence reasons for our military. So it was a fun job, but just not a flying one, even in the Air Force. Happy to serve them. My name is Sam First. I'm Samantha First, and I was also a linguist in the Utah Army National Guard. My name is Ramon Porter. I served in the U.S. Army. I shot 155 Alpha.
John Nebeker. I was in the Marine Corps, spent 21 years in the Marine Corps, retired as an officer. I was stationed in Okinawa, Japan, Korea, and the Philippines. So it was a great time. Love it. Hurrah, go Marines.
I'm Richard Mon. I'm here for Gavin and Amy Jensen Writing. And I served 28 years in the United States Navy as an intelligence officer.
Jim Holmes, here for Chris and Carson Jackson as their grandfather. Served in the Air Force, 4 years, another 6 years with the Air Guard, fixed aircraft, hydraulic systems.
My name is Stephen Foster. I would like for you to thank my wife because she's the one that did most of the service. I spent 23 years in the Army, and I was in intelligence, and I was also in mapping, and I was the project officer for the first GPS receiver.
John Rudolph, I'm here for Trevor and Savannah Lutz. I was in the Air Force. I worked on nuclear weapons, and I want to thank you all for what you did today. Great job. Appreciate it.
My name is Stephen Cox. I'm Harper Larson's grandfather. I served in the Navy, flew C-130s, ghost ships. We disappeared off the coast and nobody knew where we were. Sometimes we didn't know where we were, but we always came back. Go Navy, beat Army.
My name is Carl Farnsworth. I probably served the least amount of time, served 2 years, 15 months I was in Germany. And I'm grateful for the service I've ever rendered in this country. I love this country, and I pledge allegiance to the flag and for all it stands for.
I'm Antonio Drouet, here in Elizabeth Spacey. I'm in the Utah Army National Guard. I do aviation refueling, turbine mechanics, and then Afghanistan.
Ben Leakey, I am Tessa's and Violet's and Hazel's dad. Been in the Guard since 2000. I would thank my wife, but she's not here right now, so go Army, beat Navy.
Andrew Hosmer, I'm also here for Violet and Hazel and Tessa Leakey. Spent 2 years in Afghanistan. Go Army.
My name is Steve Odd. I was a Navy Seabee, and I'm the proud grandfather of Warren and Maeve Pauly.
My name is Jim Berry. I was in the Navy. I've got a whole bunch of kids here. And Lance, Lexi, Alexander, and 6 other ones. 12 other grandkids. And my daughter Jennifer, she should stand up, but she was never in the service. I was on an aircraft carrier. All I did was build bombs and rockets and stuff like that. Went through a hurricane at 25 knots with 80-foot waves, crashing over the aircraft carrier. That was a lot of fun.
I'm Madison Brown, and I'm with the Utah National Guard, and I'm here for Elena Briggs. She's my cousin.
P.S. to what I said, I may be the oldest veteran here today. I'm 94 years old.
I'm Carl Uda. I'm here with my granddaughter Lisa and my grandson Christian. I served in the United States Navy as a sonar technician for 7 years. And it's nice to be able to go to a patriotic school where they welcome you home. When we got home from Vietnam, we did not get welcomed home.
My name is Steve Nelson, and thanks, Ella, for inviting me. This is a wonderful program and a nice lunch. I was 2 years in the Army and 8 years in the Utah National Guard, the Army National Guard, where I was in the infantry, and then I parachuted, and then I got my pilot's license, and then I ended up an artillery officer. But my most fun was when I was a TAC officer at Officer Candidate School. And I got to commission 30 officer candidates to be second lieutenants in the United States Army. And I worked in foreign countries, Texas, Georgia, California, Utah.
My name's Richard Naughton. My kids, Madison, Savannah, and Logan. I was in the Army stationed up in Fort Richardson, Alaska. Charlie Rock, 84th Engineers. Thank you all for everything.
My name's Jerry Mariner, and I am the grandfather of Tony Clark, Abigail Clark, and Oliver Clark. And I'm very happy to be here with you today. It was an amazing, great blessing in my life to serve in the Coast Guard. And I worked in Alaska, but my favorite part was I worked lakes and rivers in Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, Washington, and Oregon. So everyone was always surprised to see me with the lights on when they were on the lake.
We're here with Milo Turek, and my name's Marina Vandegraff. I started out as a flight nurse during Vietnam, bringing the wounded home on a very big, cold, dark airplane. And we flew usually from the Philippines into the United States, which was a 13-hour flight with all of our wounded. From there, I got selected, and I was one of the first 12 women in the U.S. tested for space travel by NASA. Then I went into the Army Reserve so I could get promoted and retire, which I did. And I retired as a lieutenant colonel.
My name is Gary Glendenny, I'm the grandparent for Milo.
I served during Vietnam, and I was up stationed in Camp Casey in the DMZ in Korea. And then after I got out of the regular Army, I went in the Army Reserve and worked in the hospital for a lot of years.
My name is Spencer Johnson. I'm the grandfather to Owen Ostabo, Abby Ostabo, and Eddie Ostabo. Thank you all for having us here today. This has been a real treat. I served 7 years active duty Air Force. I was a pilot on a KC-135, big jets that we refueled most of the other Air Force airplanes and a lot of Navy and Marine Corps aircraft as well. They're primarily based in Washington State, but also deployed to the United Kingdom, into Turkey, Spain, Italy, and over to Asia and Korea and the Philippines. So glad to be here today. Thank you.
before I release you all to go to recess, can we give one big round of applause for all of our veterans again?